What's up, Pathways Church? My name is Nathan. I'm the worship pastor here, and I'm super excited to be coming to you this week with the Daily Dose. Right now, all week, we've been in Acts chapter 16, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a story because there's about 10 verses here that explain what's happening, and we're going to jump ahead a little bit. So, Paul and Silas walking through the streets, and they upset a really rich couple. And this really rich couple takes them to the courts over this matter that happened, and they got thrown into prison. So now Paul and Silas are in prison in what they called the inner prison. So they're put in the darkest, deepest dungeon that they can to be held over something that they didn't even do wrong. So in chapter 16, verse 25, it says, about midnight, Paul and Silas were praying and singing hymns to God, and the other prisoners were listening to them. These guys are thrown in prison. They were falsely accused of crimes in the area, and they've been thrown into the deepest, darkest dungeon. And they're being guarded by armed guards, and they're shackled to the walls, and they're singing praise and hymns, and they're praying to God. Why is it that these guys can celebrate in a time of so much turmoil, so much stress? Everything's just ripped away from them. They're thrown in a dungeon after being beaten, after being convicted of a crime that never really happened. And now they're worshiping and they're praying. It's almost like they're celebrating for being tortured. Of course, they don't enjoy being tortured. They don't enjoy being in prison. But my question is, what kind of attitude do we have in times of stress? Do we have an attitude that we can pray to God and worship and praise Him and be grateful in spite of everything that's going on around us, in spite of difficult times, in spite of family problems or money problems or work problems, or in spite of our illnesses, or in spite of whatever the case? Can we celebrate even in times like that? Are we able to lift our voice and sing praise and worship to God even in times like that? I just want to challenge you, if you're going through a difficult time this week, if you're going through a difficult time this month, I just want to challenge you to be thankful, to be grateful, and lift your voice in praise and worship to God. Tomorrow we'll talk about what happened next while they were in the prison on tomorrow's Daily Dose.